Our understanding of the European eel is a story of profound mystery, a zoological puzzle that has stubbornly resisted solution across centuries. This unassuming, snake-like fish leads a life of such secrecy that fundamental truths about its existence were only recently uncovered. Its journey is one of radical transformation and epic migration, a cycle played out in the hidden depths of the Atlantic and the quiet freshwater streams of Europe, largely away from human eyes. For generations, from ancient philosophers to modern biologists, the eel has been a blank space on the map of natural knowledge, an invitation to wonder and a challenge to scientific rigor. The life of an eel is a series of astonishing metamorphoses. It begins not as a miniature eel, but as a leptocephalous larva, a transparent, leaf-shaped creature born in the warm, seaweed-choked waters of the Sargasso Sea. Carried by ocean currents for years, these larvae eventually reach the European coastline, where they transform into glass eels, small and nearly see-through. They then journey upstream into freshwater, becoming yellow eels, the familiar, pigmented form that will spend decades, sometimes over half a century, living a sedentary life in the mud of rivers and lakes. Finally, a mysterious trigger prompts a last, dramatic change. The yellow eel becomes a silver eel, its eyes enlarge, its skin darkens, and its digestive system dissolves to streamline its body for a final, non-feeding voyage. It then swims thousands of miles back to its precise birthplace in the Sargasso Sea to spawn and die, a journey and a conclusion no human has ever directly witnessed. This elusive nature has fueled scientific fascination since Aristotle. The ancient philosopher provided meticulous anatomical descriptions but also propagated the enduring myth that eels sprang spontaneously from mud, as no one could find their reproductive organs or observe their breeding. This eel question became a premier zoological mystery. The puzzle began to unravel in the 18th and 19th centuries, but not without further intrigue. The discovery of female eggs was followed by a frantic, century-long search for the male testes, a quest that famously involved a young Sigmund Freud, who dissected hundreds of eels in vain. The breakthrough came with the realization that eels do not develop sexual characteristics until the very end of their lives, a profound biological secrecy that perhaps left a deeper impression on the future father of psychoanalysis than he knew. The final piece of the geographical puzzle was solved through sheer perseverance in the early 20th century by Danish biologist Johannes Schmidt. He embarked on a near two-decade odyssey, trawling the Atlantic with fine nets to collect eel larvae. By meticulously measuring their sizes, he reasoned that the smallest larvae would be found closest to the birthplace. His search led him on an ever-westward path, away from Europe, until he finally located the epicenter, the Sargasso Sea. This confirmed that the European eel undertakes one of the most extraordinary migrations in the animal kingdom, a journey of over 4,000 miles each way, guided by instincts we still scarcely comprehend. The eel's navigation and transformation are masterclasses in biological adaptation. They likely use a combination of celestial cues, sensitivity to the Earth's magnetic field, and an incredibly acute sense of smell to traverse the featureless ocean abyss. Their metamorphoses are not tied to a simple calendar but are exquisitely cued by environmental factors, changes in temperature, salinity, and perhaps even lunar cycles, which orchestrate their bodily changes and migratory urges. This suggests the eel experiences time and place in a manner utterly alien to us, its life rhythm set by the deep currents and ancient pathways of the planet itself. Today, this ancient and enigmatic life cycle faces unprecedented threats. The European eel is now critically endangered. Overfishing, both of glass eels for aquaculture and of yellow eels for food, has decimated populations. Habitat loss from river dams and drainage projects blocks their migratory routes. Pollution and climate change disrupt the delicate oceanic and freshwater systems they depend on. The very mysteries we have worked so long to understand are now in danger of vanishing before we can fully appreciate them. The story of the eel, therefore, is more than a natural history. It is a poignant reminder of the fragile, wondrous complexities of the natural world that persist unseen around us, and of our power to unravel their secrets or irrevocably sever their timeless threads.